Why does self-discipline matter more than talent, intelligence, or luck? Because without self-control, none of those gifts matter. Discipline is what channels our energy, focuses our goals, and ensures that we become who we're meant to be. That's the core lesson of Ryan Holiday's Discipline is Destiny, the Power of Self-Control, the second book in his Stoic Virtue series. Part I, the Virtue of Self-Control. 1. The Stoic Foundation. Ryan Holiday's work is built on Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that emphasizes rationality, virtue, and resilience. At the heart of Stoicism lies discipline, what the Stoics called sophrosyne or temperance. To the Stoics, courage is meaningless without control. Wisdom is ineffective without restraint. Justice can't be maintained without self-discipline. Discipline is the bedrock. Without it, the others collapse. 2. Self-mastery is self-ownership. Discipline is not repression, it's the opposite of slavery. In fact, it's freedom. When you master your impulses, you are no longer ruled by cravings, distractions, or fears. Holiday reminds us of Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher. Epictetus taught that the only real control we have is over our mind, our reactions, and our decisions. Master those and you become truly free. Part II, Discipline of the Body. 3. Treat the body as a temple, not a playground. Holiday begins his examination of discipline by focusing on the body. Without physical health, discipline in other areas becomes exponentially harder. He discusses the importance of routines like rising early and eating deliberately, resisting gluttony and hedonism, getting enough sleep, a discipline often neglected. Examples include George Washington's rigorous physical habits, Queen Elizabeth II's lifelong athletic routines. Athletes who succeed not just because of talent, but because of consistency and care. Grow reads reflection. Ask yourself, do you treat your body with the respect of a warrior preparing for battle, or like a spoiled child? 4. Simplicity is power. Holiday admires the simplicity of figures like Marcus Aurelius and Cato, who chose simple diets, simple clothing, and simple pleasures. Why? Because discipline thrives when we remove excess and noise. Simplicity creates mental clarity, focused priorities, less decision fatigue. Modern life invites indulgence, but the wise person practices voluntary hardship, which Holiday explains as choosing to go without so you can become stronger. Part III, Discipline of Action. 5. Start now, keep going. One of the core messages of Discipline is Destiny is this: discipline is about doing the work, whether you feel like it or not. Procrastination is a subtle form of self-betrayal. Holiday gives examples of great creators and leaders who got things done consistently. Hemingway, who wrote 500 words every morning. Beethoven, who composed daily even as he went deaf. Angela Merkel, who quietly governed with unmatched consistency. Tactics. Set routines. Define your non-negotiables. Embrace the boring middle of effort. 6. Action over perfection. Many people think discipline means waiting until the perfect moment. Holiday says this is a trap. Discipline means acting even when it's uncomfortable. He tells the story of Harriet Tubman, who didn't wait for a perfect plan, she took action. Again and again, the disciplined mind accepts fear and still moves forward. Better done than perfect is not laziness, it's the discipline of shipping, of showing up. Holiday calls us to be action philosophers, people whose ideas show up in behavior. 7. Temper the ego. A huge part of discipline is controlling the ego. Success can intoxicate, discipline keeps us grounded. Holiday quotes Marcus Aurelius, "Do not waste what remains of your life in speculating about your neighbors." Examples: Lou Gehrig's humility despite record-breaking success. General Marshall declining personal glory to serve the greater good. Humility is discipline, restraint is discipline. Not responding to every insult is discipline. Part IV, Discipline of Thought. 8. Rule your mind or it will rule you. Holiday moves into the internal world, where discipline becomes mental. The mind must be trained just like the body. You are not your thoughts, you are their master. He warns of negative self-talk, catastrophic thinking, Mental indulgence, worrying. Fantasizing, replaying arguments. Techniques, meditation, journaling, gratitude, reading philosophy, especially Stoicism. Control your inputs, choose your thoughts. You become what you dwell on. 9. Stillness is a superpower. Discipline also includes knowing when not to act. Stillness, reflection, and silence are essential forms of control. In a noisy, reactive world, quiet minds are rare and powerful. Holiday draws from Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, Fred Rogers' gentle presence, Winston Churchill's calm leadership. Stillness lets us think clearly, respond wisely, stay grounded in storms. Grow reads wisdom in a world shouting for attention. The quiet thinker holds the most strength. Part V, the cost of indiscipline. 10. What happens when we lose control? Holiday does not shy away from the consequences of a lack of discipline. Many brilliant lives have been ruined by indulgence, ego, or chaos. Alexander the Great, who conquered the world but couldn't control his anger. Howard Hughes, who isolated himself in madness. Athletes and politicians undone by impulse. The message, the price of discipline is effort. The price of indiscipline is everything. 11. Pain now or pain later. Holiday outlines the law of the universe. Pain is inevitable. The only question is when you'll feel it. Discipline is the choice to endure discomfort now, in order to avoid crisis later. Don't spend, you suffer later in debt. Don't work out, you suffer later in health. Don't act, you suffer later in regret. Discipline is the compass that steers you toward a better future, even when the present is hard. Part VI, building your discipline practice. 12. Rituals and routines. Discipline doesn't happen by accident. It is built through rituals, predictable actions that become automatic over time. Ryan Holiday's personal routine includes writing early in the morning, phone-free afternoons, long walks to think, evening reading and journaling. Grow Reads tip, create a discipline hour each day, 1 hour for deep work. Reflection or study, no distractions. 13. Environments shape behavior. Willpower alone isn't enough. Holiday emphasizes the role of environment. Declutter your workspace. Hide distractions. Surround yourself with disciplined people. He mentions the Seinfeld strategy, never break the chain. Visual reminders like checklists or habit trackers reinforce progress. 14. Embrace the hard things. Discipline means doing what's hard because it's right. Not just once, but habitually. This includes saying no to excess, having difficult conversations, delaying gratification. Discipline is not glamorous, it's daily. Quiet, repetitive, and powerful. Character, Holiday writes, is revealed in the decisions no one sees. Part VII, legacy and discipline. 15. Who you become matters more than what you do. Holiday concludes with a reflection on mortality. We are all running out of time. Discipline helps ensure that we don't waste what we've been given. What kind of person do you want to be remembered as? What legacy are you building with your habits today? Discipline isn't just about productivity or success, it's about honor. About becoming the kind of person your younger self would admire and your future self will thank. 16. Final Grow Reads challenge. Identify one area in your life where you're lacking discipline. Create a system, not just a goal, to address it. Track it for 30 days, reflect, adjust, continue. Conclusion, destiny is not found, it's forged. Discipline is destiny, not because it guarantees success, but because it guarantees that your success will be earned. In a world of shortcuts and noise, the disciplined individual stands out as calm, clear, and committed. Thank you for tuning in to Grow Reads, where we turn timeless wisdom into everyday action. Like, share, and subscribe for more powerful book summaries that change how you think, live, and lead. Grow Reads, think deeply, act boldly, live better.